what time it is. Yab. Can't swear for the first 30 seconds of YouTube now.
Wait for it.
Bleep. Yeah.
Okay, what are we drinking today, Danny?
Tiago kindly sent some white tea from Yiwu. And look at that. Beautiful cake. Get in there. Gorgeous.
Yep, that is some white tea.
Yeah.
It has that fragrance.
Yeah, beautiful.
Very fresh.
Quite loosely compacted here. Let's see if I need a bit more. I think that should be good. Yeah, nice big leaves actually.
Feel free to use more if you think. Some of these white teas, I find a hard time judging it visually just because it can be quite fluffy.
Yeah.
Depending on what it is. And cakes, too, can often have the same problem, too. So
yeah, should be good.
Yeah.
Nice. Do you ever look for white tea, or does it kind of just come across your...
No, it comes across, and to be honest, it almost always sounds more appealing to me these days than green tea.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is exactly.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Pleasant flavors, for sure.
Easier to brew, too.
Yeah, definitely. I enjoy white tea quite a bit. I also find it to be such a good intro tea for people.
Yeah.
So... Yeah, it's so floral and fragrant and...
Right, like that, and the Taiwanese oolongs are kind of like the floral, forward, fragrant, friendly openers.
Yeah, alliteration.
Oh yeah,
sir. Uh-oh. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, thank you.
There we go.
Lovely. And this being from Yiwu, we should expect it to be even more sweet and delicious.
Yeah, white tea from Yiwu, it doesn't feel quite like a total contrast.
No. Yeah, I'm curious to see how this goes.
Whereas like white tea from like Lao Ban Zhang would be like, whoa, what's going on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little earthy and tough. Okay, here we go. High pour of peace.
The Denny High Pour.
Yeah, I don't want to burn myself.
Patented.
Yeah, there you go. Oh Lord. I've seen these videos on whatever social media that's like judging teapot quality by how much the tea water sputters and stuff.
Uh-huh.
It's like, does that matter that much?
It sounds like bullshit to me.
People spend a lot of money on that.
Yeah. But if you're looking for tea advice, this is probably not the channel.
Cheerio.
Cheerio. All the way down the hatch. Huh, a little different actually.
Yeah, quite fruity.
It doesn't quite have that big round edge that I kind of expect for these Yiwu teas. Not bad, but it's just a little sharper in its taste.
Yeah, and I'm glad I didn't use more leaf because I agree. Yeah, I feel like it might actually get.
Yeah, it tastes like it could be potentially a little more potent than your replacement level white tea.
Your normie white. Oh God, just cut.
Normie white.
What? Yeah. Oh God, it's like the Barbra Streisand effect. I made it even worse. Anyway, yum. Great day for it.
Indeed.
Like 75-ish outside. Beautiful skies. I'm gonna brew this pretty dang quick as well.
And Denny, can you tell people what your methodology is for brewing?
Something like this that's so lightly pressed, especially, where you'll see the leaves immediately become completely soaked, falling apart. You couldn't tell it, after the first steeping that it was even pressed at all. Just quick steepings.
Sure.
I think teas like this can definitely tolerate quite hot water. So I'm not so concerned as to using colder water in these kind of cases. Maybe something like a Darjeeling, I would be a bit more careful. Definitely a green tea, I'd be more careful.
Speaking of two things we have not had on the show anytime recently.
Yeah, anything Japanese, but something like this, I would just keep it fast ultimately, and then extend or reheat depending on the potency. Yeah. Cheers.
Cheerio.
Cheerio. Pip pip. Quite a bit more, I don't want to say earthiness, but not as high-noted as I would expect.
No, No, I agree. Yeah. And the texture is a little different too. Part of it could be we don't. Well, I'm trying to think how many Yunnan whites we drink, because I kind of expect Yunnan whites to have that same basic profile, but maybe we're drinking mostly Fujian or somewhere else.
Interesting. And look, this is great. I'm not complaining. You would typically see, so like in these tea leaves, you don't see any of the sort of fuzzy hairs. The leaves themselves are a bit more oxidated. Some of the white teas that we brought on the show are just genuinely quite green, and they're very fuzzy and very small leaved. This is a little bit different. It almost just looks like, fall, basically.
Yeah.
Nice aroma. Aroma maybe a bit more classic than what it tastes like in the cup.
Yeah. The aroma's pretty normal. Mom test?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I think this is an easy tea to bring to friends who are just getting started with tea in general. I think you could probably do a backpacking grandpa style brew with this. Maybe use a little bit colder water.
Sure. Yeah. So ultralight, yes. Too.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe James, for you, in terms of where you would put this in a long session with a tea nerd, how would you sort of orient this tea in a long session?
First.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason. I feel like whenever we do a white tea, we almost always do it first.
Yep.
Such is the case here too. It's lighter.
Yep.
And it's easy to follow up for other things. In fact, it's kind of a nice palate cleanser. We ate some Japanese food for lunch, so not exactly subtle flavors with that either. So This is kind of a nice reset as well.
Yeah. You can see the liqueur is getting a bit more yellow. We're going to expect to get some more potency out of it. I agree with you that it doesn't have quite as velvety of a mouthfeel as I expect from a white tea. So it's interesting, yeah. Gosh, I say it so often, but there's this kind of Oriental beauty oxidation thing happening in this. Still quite sweet, but yeah.
This is kind of putting more into normal territory.
Yeah, totally agree. Maybe I was underbrewing it. Interesting, yeah.
The normie whites.
This is kind of so this actually makes me a little impressed, because I would expect that this tea is actually going to go a bit farther than a traditional white tea would.
I think so.
Yeah.
The material seems better, if anything. Like, it kind of has like this sharpness that indicates there's some real strength behind the material.
Yeah. I'm going to give it hot water and let it hang out for quite a bit longer this time. We'll see how it goes. Really generous sample from Tiago. Thanks. Tea Encounter. I don't know. Really good.
Yeah.
And I mean, just the quality itself. So I can actually open this up. Nice, big, quite loosely pressed. You can really see sort of like the layers. Yeah, smells great. So, would recommend. Okay, we'll let this hang out. And this is the kind of tea that, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right in winter to me. Something about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you're drinking this over like a fire, and you're just like, man, this tea just feels wrong.
Yeah, it's just...
This tea just wrong, man.
Maybe if you do you like having sweet breakfast?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have a real sweet tooth, so...
Okay.
Sweet anytime is...
Sure, fair enough, yeah. My wife's like that. I don't like it that much. Like in Italy, when they like the sweet croissant with an espresso, I just like the espresso. So I wonder if people who prefer sweet things, especially earlier in the day, would enjoy something like this more traditionally.
Yeah. I mean, I could see this being a nice conversion for someone, and this is really the healthy way to go about it, is like if you're converting from like soda drinking to something like this.
Yes.
It could be a nice one, because
totally.
Yeah, it's like you're going to get more complexity out of like a Yiwu Rapport, no shit.
Right.
But it's like, but this is like kind of a nice, mellow, very easy to drink. Like, this is a great work drink as well, I would say.
Totally.
Something that gives you like nothing abrasive whatsoever to it. So just kind of a nice basic sweetness to it. Probably quite good cold brewed too. I would guess.
Definitely. I was gonna say.
So yeah, and very forgiving, I think, in terms of how to approach it.
Yeah.
Cheerio.
Nice. I can see this going maybe one more steeping. I think we're definitely getting towards the end of it.
Yeah.
This was the right move.
Yeah, the trajectory of this tea is just a little different in terms of steep to steep. A little fruitier this time. Kind of still a very nice profile.
Really enjoyable. Check out Tea Encounter. Give them a Google. This is a recommend in my book for sure.
Yeah.
Different too, I think if you're a white tea nerd, this would be something maybe to pick up just to try something a little bit.
A white tea nerd? Really, Danny?
And then there's like a meme that's like, the cancel sign or something.
Yeah, that is displaying across your screen right now. Cancelled!
Not gonna edit that in. No chance.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you enjoyed this, check them out. Teencounter.google them. .com probably. If you like the episode, follow us on the various places. Do you post on Instagram still?
Sometimes, but yeah.
Instagram.
Enjoy the ridiculous
really
thumbnails that we are doing now.
Yeah.
By the way, I need some more photos. I need some more stuff.
Done in a heartbeat. Cool. And send this to your cat's favorite big tomato canning facility social media. They're all over the place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And hey, we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.